Hi and welcome to another vlog. How are you? I hope you are okay. We are starting this vlog with a couple of announcements or I don't know, things that I want to say to you. First, yesterday we didn't have a vlog because life happened, because I really didn't had any time to film and to edit another vlog in time to be posted on Sunday. So this vlog is going live today, which is Monday, and I hope to have vlogs for all of the week and not miss another. Second, what do you think happened with our plane tickets for Portugal? You guessed it, they were cancelled again. I know I said in a previous vlog that we booked with Wizz Air and Blue Air, and I thought that we booked with Wizz Air and Blue Air, but I found out that actually we booked with Ryanair, and Ryanair just cancelled one of the flights, and we have two flights because we have a layover, so we have to move also the first flight. We moved it one day earlier on the 10th of January. We hope to fly to and arrive in Portugal if something doesn't happen, because each week something happens and the tickets get cancelled or moved another day, and so far so good. We had luck. We get refunded very quickly and we managed to switch the flights without any additional cost. I might add, kudos for Ryanair. We discovered a live chat where two people who are employed at Ryanair helped us to switch our flight without any additional cost. So initially, when we entered on the Ryanair site, we had a fee of changing the flight. First time it showed us 14 euros a person, and then it showed us 100 euros to switch the flight from one day to another day. So we were very lucky not to pay that, and then we entered to their live chat and they helped us move the flight without no additional cost. I don't know if they were just nice or this was in fact our right, but I don't think so, because we also checked the policy and Ryanair wasn't to take responsibility for the first flight, because the first flight wasn't annulled, just the second. And it's not like we were flying with British Air or another big company. These little companies don't usually take responsibilities for all the flights or what happened with other plans you have if they cancel one of your flights. So I think we were really lucky. So far so good. So we are still flying to Portugal as far as we know. Today we are talking about work. And because we are talking about work, I need something to drink. Today we are going to drink this little cute bottle of fizzy wine. So today we are going to drink and talk about a subject that it's not very pleasant to me at all. At all. Good. I need another. This isn't even one of my prepared subjects, but I want to talk about it because in the previous vlog, you saw that I went to the bank. So I went to the bank because we need to make some adjustments on our businesses, because we moved everything in online. We changed the headquarters, we took a very small office and made all those changes in order to bring our businesses into online. Now we have some businesses that you might not understand, like we are accounting, respectively lawyer, and you might not understand why it's so hard for us to move our businesses online, because I'm sure that in US or other countries, you don't even see your accountant. You send everything via email. You don't have your accountant living in the same state with you or somewhere close, so you might not understand why an accountant cannot work from another place. But in Romania, like in Portugal, we have a lot of bureaucracy and we are not used to working online. In fact, we have such strong beliefs that everything has to be worked only when you have the piece of paper in hand, that clients, people are choosing their accountant based on where the accountant lives. And I'm not talking about living in the same city or in the same country. No, they want to live with the accountant on the same neighborhood, if possible on the same street, because clients physically bring the papers to the accountant each and every month, and they see with the accounting, they see each other, they talk about things, they don't want to talk on the phone, or it's not even about that, it's about the fact that they are used to seeing their accountant each and every month. I know, crazy, no? But this is also due to the bureaucracy, because we have some laws that requires us to work with physical documents, and at the verification to present the physical documents, and it has to do with all the bureaucracy. We have these customs because the law enforces us to have the physical documents. I wanted to move to Portugal, and at the beginning when I started this process, I didn't see any way I could preserve my business. And in fact, my intention was to close the business altogether. To close the business and, I don't know, do something else, come in Portugal, find something to work or make something online, I don't know. But it wasn't possible in my mind to keep this business. Things happened and I didn't really close it altogether. I downsized it, and now I have fewer clients that I had in the previous years. It was also a problem that I couldn't talk to my clients and tell them what it was happening, that I was moving to Portugal, that I was searching a house in Portugal, because of this mentality of people that they wouldn't understand, and they would look for another accountant that was in the country, because they would feel that if they need me, I would be in another country, and they couldn't possibly understand how this relationship might work. But I work mainly with people, very young people who have their businesses online, and I had a little bit of luck because some of them understood, some of them they didn't understood, and some of them I had to let go anyway because I couldn't work as much of a volume as I worked previous, because part of my time is going to be spent in Portugal. And then I kind of struck gold. I know it's a very unfortunate way to referring of this, but when the pandemic struck, everything moved in the online. And even in Romania, the mentality began to change, especially with the young people, but with everybody. People stayed home, they were forced to work from home. Even the people who had in their mentality that they could never work from home, they were forced by the employees, because the employees were forced by the law to work from home, and they adjusted. Months passed and they are still working from home, and now, seeing that it is possible, some of them didn't want to get back to working from the offices. They want to stay home because they have more time with the family, they have kids, and everything kind of moved into online. And I struck gold because the mentality of these people changed without me having to impose that on them. And so I was able to tell people of my plans, to tell that I am going to spend a lot of much time in Portugal. Some of them even know that I bought a house there, and I was able to talk to my clients and tell them that I am going to do the work online, and set with them procedures to give me the documents online, to communicate more via Skype, via WhatsApp, via email. Things that I know maybe in your country you do things like that for ages, but we are doing things like that for like 6 months. And I may say that I'm like a pioneer in my field, because if you look around accountants, there are not many accountants. I mean, there are hardly any accountants who do that now in Romania. This is the problem, that people don't adjust to new mentalities, or they take a lot of time to adjust. So now I am able to work with some of my clients online. But after this long expose, I don't know if it's interesting for you, I wanted to talk today about something else, really. I wanted to talk to you about the balance between work and other stuff. I don't know if you know, but this was one of the main issues between me and my partner, why he didn't want to move from Romania, mainly because of his job. He's not like me, he loves his job, he actually loves what he's doing, so he's not feeling trapped in doing something every day like I feel. He partially didn't want to give up his job because of the money, but I can honestly say that the bigger part, the most important part, is that he likes what he's doing. I mean, money it's important, but ultimately I solved the budget issue. I mean, 3 years ago when we started thinking about that, of course, his money, what he's earning, was a very important part of our budget. But in the meantime, we come up with a solution to live, not of course at the standard we are living in Romania, but to have actually what to eat without his money. And once I came up with this solution, it was really very obvious that he is not keeping his job for the money. He's keeping his job because he likes his job, he likes what he's doing, and he likes to interact with people, and he likes to help people. Once we realized that, we kind of tried to see how he could keep his job. And you know, when you are really narrow down the problem, you come up with the right solution, because you understand that the solution for the money he was going to lose by renouncing of his job is one solution which we came up with, and the solution that he doesn't want to leave his job because he likes his job, and he likes actually not only his job, but he likes that company that he works for. It's totally different solution. I had to come up with a solution to keep his actual job, not only the ability to practice the law from a distance, but actually to practice the law in this job. Anyway, the idea is that he's more of a workaholic than I am. I was talking to him the other day and I was saying, do you realize that we are going to be in Portugal like in 3 weeks from now, I hope. And we cannot spend an entire day at the computer like we do now. Now virtually our life is, we wake up in the morning, we sit at our computer, and that's it. We sit at our computer and I work at accounting and he's working at everything he does online, and then the night comes and maybe we eat something, we watch Netflix and we sleep, and then we go over and over again. Of course, in the meantime I also film and edit videos, but virtually we don't do anything else than work, and this is because he works very much and I have nothing to do, and I also work because he works. And I told him, do you understand that we are going to Portugal and I want to visit a lot of towns, I want to film a lot of videos, I want to visit Alentejo, maybe we go on a trip to Lisbon, I want to make a lot of things, and we are going to stay a lot of months, we are going to stay a longer period this time in Portugal. And we cannot work each and every day 10 hours a day. And he says, this is what I like to do. So what I intend to do with this trip in Portugal is to establish a very well-balanced life between fun and work, between doing something else with your life than working. It's going to be a challenge. I don't know how other people do it, but since the pandemic, we are stuck in our homes and we have a lot of inclination of not doing nothing else with our time but sitting at our computer and work. Before the pandemic, we also had our moments when we go for a walk and maybe go to a nice restaurant and do all sorts of outside activities, even if we were in Romania. But now we are stuck in our home and we don't do anything else besides work. And it's not good for us. I don't know if anybody else is in this position, but I wanted to update you with our lives. But anyway, I think there are other people who are making this mistake and maybe don't realize it, because we didn't realize it. We also thought that we have to work more because we are in a plain transition of moving everything in online, and we have more work to do of explaining the clients how this is going to work, putting in motion some of the procedures, explaining over and over, reassuring reassuring the clients that nothing is going to change, or even if some procedures are going to change, the quality of the services is going to be the same. It's a lot of more work besides the actual accounting work. I hope after this transition period is over that everything is going to be back to normal, and we are not going to spend our lives working, even if we are going to be in Portugal and we are going to have a better view than this, because I am watching now on my window outside, and it's like 2 degrees outside, and it's raining and it's cloudy and it's very, very cold, and I cannot wait to get back to Portugal where it's sunny and at least 13, 14, 15 degrees outside on a bad day. So this video is not about ways to balance work life with the other life you are supposed to have. It's more about a whining vlog about how I am not able at the moment to balance work life with other life, because first, we don't have another life, and the second, we are feeling guilty for this transition we are imposing on our clients, and we feel we have to put on extra work in order to reassure them. And I don't want to complain about my clients, because I have amazing clients who support me and they wish me well and they want this to work, only that they don't have the vision. I mean, I didn't have the vision 3 years ago, and I cannot expect of them to have the vision, and they want me to succeed, but I know some of them, they don't understand. They are willing to try, but I don't think they are seeing it, actually believing that this is going to work. So I have to come up with solution to show them what I see, that this is going to work. And maybe I have to accept, and I thought about this, that for some it's going to be a challenging mindset, and they are going to be stressed about it, and in the end it's not going to work, not because a relationship at a distance cannot work, but just because they are too stressed about it. Some of the clients are going to renounce of our collaboration, and I have to be prepared for that, and I'm preparing for that. This is also stressful because I'm going to lose some of the income, but I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared because I'm very, very committed. I'm very committed to make this change to Portugal, and I hope this YouTube channel is going to also be a part of my income. It's not a large part, it's a very little part. I mean, you can buy groceries in a week with the money I make now from YouTube. But I hope in the future, maybe if I'm going to go to Portugal and film more about Portugal, because this is your interest is not my life, it's Portugal. Maybe I'm going to have more subscribers and things will take up from there. I don't know, we will see, but I have to keep up my confidence, and I'm going to deal with everything that comes in our way. Now I'm going to stop here babbling about my life, and I hope you can take some value out of that, and maybe my experience helps one of you who is dealing with the same thing. When I'm going to come up with a solution, I will film it and tell you all about it. But for now, the only solution I came up with is just to try to put everything in the online and just go. And if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. I'm going to lose some clients, I'm going to win on other clients, because there are a lot of young people who are also working in the online, and they have companies in Romania, but they are traveling very much, so they understand my position, and I'm going to struggle to find those clients who are suited for what I want to do with my life. If I'm not going to find clients to replace the clients that I think they are going to leave, we are just going to eat less. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay safe. Smash the like button, like they say on the internet, meaning like my video, please. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!